it's really, why do we do what we do? And it falls down to, or it comes to, just being able to make an impact, no matter how small or great it may be, and just knowing that we're able to do something for somebody else that could use a little joy or hope or empowerment. And I think that despite of COVID, we were able to pull through and provide some form of joy or some form of empowerment through our programming or initiatives. I think at first I just thought it was temporary. Like, I didn't think that it was going to last as long as it did. And so it was trying to figure it out within our own home, and then having to figure out, okay, well, how are we going to still reach out to these clients?
So I think early on it was sort of like, okay, we just pause and wait. Let's just really understand what this is all about, and then we can understand what this means for the work that we're doing, the programs that we have lined up. So I think initially it was just like, let's just hold on. Let's just see where this is all going.
It was saddening because we were still in touch with the shelters and there was still a need. The women were isolated. In fact, one of the shelters that we work with, the women were in their own hotel rooms. And so there was no interaction amongst the women in the home either. So we felt for them.
We had plans of, these campaigns that take place during the year, our fundraiser, even just in-person programming, it had to all stop. And so we had to figure out a different way to be able to still reach out to these women and children and still abide by the new rules or our new lifestyle at that time. I remember contacting them and finding out, okay, what can we do to help? And as they were trying to adjust as well, it was small things like being able to provide, let's say, activity kits. So we would put these activity kits together and drop them off.
Hi, Yellowbrook House, Anissa speaking.
Hi, Anissa. It's Angela calling here from HumanKind. We're just here to do a drop-off.
Absolutely. Let me let you in.
Thank you.
Truly, the in-person for this sort of situation is so much better because it's more personable. When we're there, we're not just there to do the program, we're there to support these other women in whatever way. Like sometimes they just talk to us about the language they speak. So even just sort of discussing now, which has nothing to do with the programming, it's nice because you bond on a certain level. That doesn't happen virtually because you don't get that feel. That only happens in person where you have more time and you have in-between time between programming, you're helping each other clean, set it up, etc. Virtually, it's just, the one-on-one.
Hopefully.
Sounds good. We'll be in touch.
All right, thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Stay warm, drive safe.
Yes. I think that we just really had to be creative in terms of being able to reach out to these clients and letting them know that, there are people, there is a community out there that's thinking of them and that they are wanting to help. Do we wish that we were in person? Sure. Because it's a different feeling altogether. But I think that we did our best during that time. Well, these kits are for a program that we are hosting at Sandgate Women's Shelter. And it's an art program where we're going to be doing a tutorial or step-by-step painting that I will be instructing. If we were in person, right, it would have been us, setting up the table and just, laying it out and not a lot of prep time involved. So huge difference. But at the same time, whatever we can do to provide a little joy, and that's the end goal.
I'm sure it didn't happen quickly and seamlessly. It didn't, like there were a lot of learning curves and there were a lot of things. But I feel like really quickly we were able to port things online and come up with ideas of how we can do what we wanted to do, just differently.
So tonight we are going to be doing some painting, a step-by-step tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to start up at the top here.
Many times, let's say we'd have a session, we'd have an instructor already, we'd start the program, and maybe one person showed up. But even if one person showed up, that session, program, whatever, helps that one person, and that's what kept us going. It's like we're not doing it for the masses. Even if it just impacts one person, why not?
When we think about our own individual experience when it came to COVID, you might be a person that might be okay to be on your own, but eventually I think at some point you do want to have that human contact, whether it's just a simple conversation, a smile, a hug, whatever it may be. And I think that it does impact our overall well-being. And especially for these clients who have experienced trauma, it's important for them to be able to know that there are people out there that are thinking of them, and that, even just to provide a little hope to say that things are going to be okay.
Great. It was so lovely to see you, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
I am glad we persisted. I'm glad we did not let the pandemic put a stop to the few services we were able to provide to the shelters. Because there was a need out there. Sadly, in fact, there were more women in shelters. Even if we were not able to provide a lot of sessions art or yoga or whatnot, we still tried to get items for them. When there was an occasion like Mother's Day, for example, coming up, we made little kits for moms as well. So I think it showed them that somebody was still out there caring for them.
Were it not for the pandemic, we never even would have considered virtual, because that was kind of opposite of what we were trying to do. Making available virtual workshops and programs is something we wouldn't have done if it weren't for COVID. And because of that, we are now working with an agency that we probably wouldn't be able to work with now because of geography. And we're able to provide programming to them and their 6 locations because we can do so virtually. So that's a really nice thing that's come out of it.
I can't tell you how excited we are not only to be able to host our fundraiser in person, but to have all of you here with us tonight. And so just thank you for taking the time and being here with us.
Obviously the need is always there. The need never stops. And if there's ever going to be a time when one needs another person for that extra support, the pandemic is definitely the time to do it. I can only imagine for somebody who's gone through trauma and who's, been forced or who's been seeking, shelter for a safe place to live, they definitely at that time needed it the most. So I think that was the drive, knowing the work that we do, made us even realize that, this is what we need to do. We need to make sure that whatever we can do to support them, we'll do.